Boom, we are. Let me just see if I can put live here now in the Instagram. I think we are live now. Yeah, okay, we are live in Instagram too. And I'm going to put on the platforms of Facebook for everybody's coming. Just give me 2 minutes. That way I can put now on the Facebook, put it public. Okay, now it's public. My friends, again, 1 year more.
Yeah.
And you are doing again, but this time it's going to be bigger.
Bigger, man. It's a lot bigger this time around.
Back for more, though.
I see that the prices is bigger too for everybody's coming.
Yeah, man. Vegas is not the cheapest thing in the world, but we're stoked to bring a bigger and better event this year. We've got double the tracks, freaking 10 times the space. Like it's certainly a much better event all around this time around.
My friend, it's always a pleasure to have you guys here. First of all, I just want to say what you guys are doing. You are helping so much the Esk8 community and the PV around the world. I didn't imagine that you guys going to make it big, but so big. I'm going to leave all the links for you guys. There's a broadcast I want to show direct to you guys. That way, if you need any information extra, they are always posting here. Updates. They are posting to the. There is not just information on that. That is everything about DIY, everything you guys need. But for the Esk8Con, you're going to have all the answers there. They're just going to make like a small live for you guys to understand it. But let's. I'm going to go to some questions. That is going to be, everybody knows, from 28th, 29th, and 30th of March. How many people do you have till now? Are you completely booked? There is any place left?
There's some spots, man, but it's filling up pretty good.
I think we're currently at like between all of the classes, somewhere around 130 or 140 total racers.
Woo! So internationals. How is that looking international?
Good. Yeah, the international turnout always amazes us. We've got a lot of the same guys from last year coming out to hopefully place better this time around. The international crew, man, they love to travel. Like us Americans like to stay in America, but everywhere else they like to travel everywhere. So it's insane.
Yeah, we are seeing more guys coming here from USA. Last year was already good, seeing more riders from USA coming here. And there is always the battle Europe against USA. And it's nice to see because we are friends in end. But there is always the competition. Guys, I'm just looking down because I'm sharing now in the groups on Facebook. But the big questions. What was the plan for this year, guys? For everybody to understand, what was the idea for you guys to change it from last year, 24 to 25? What was the upgrades?
Yeah, so the biggest upgrade that we are bringing out is a second track. So last year, we were obligated to give 51% of our track time to the vendors to allow demos and to test ride boards, right? That's why the vendors show up. They want to make sure that their product is being tested, ridden. They want to share their boards with the community, and that's amazing. However, we also want to race, but that means we're splitting the time between racing and demos. And that was it worked. It was fine. But the way that we can make it better would be to have a dedicated racetrack, a dedicated demo track. That way, no one has to come off the track. The demos get to go 24/7. The racing gets to go 24/7. There's no reason to stop it. So that way we don't have to share. Will there be some open track time on both sides? Absolutely. But it's nowhere near as much as the on and off and back and forth and sharing as there was last year. So hopefully we'll be able to include more races. The demos will be longer and everybody will be a little bit happier.
Yeah, my friend. And how is that working? I'm looking right now. How many is going to be around 6 kilometers of race? How big is going to be the
track? It's a lot. Yeah, our track is about.
I wish it was this big, Martin. That would be wild.
But
really
I'm just looking to the place. It looks like a aircraft place.
Landing strip. Yeah, man.
How many people can you put right now in this? What is the idea for you guys to put in this year? How many? Everything in together. You think you're going to have place for everybody, or is going to be totally full like last
Oh
year?
man. You
And
know,
and you have to upgrade in 26 again.
no, the red section that we've got there, that's the total lot that's available to us. We'll probably only be using about a third of that this year,
Mhm.
with room to expand into it in the future. So that entire lot, I don't think Esk8Con will ever fill up that spot. It's absolutely massive.
Never say never, huh?
Never
I
say never.
know.
That's right. We say that, we keep saying that, and then it gets bigger.
Never
But
say
but
never,
that
because
spot really is. We feel like this is the venue, our permanent venue moving forward. It's got a lot of space, and if you use your space right, you could pack a lot of stuff into small space. So we'll only be using about a third of that this year to keep everything kind of close together. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of room for activities for sure.
Even if, like, I mean, it might be a little more than a third, but it's still almost 3 times the size of the lot last year. Plus, it's kind of
Wow.
cool. We've got some on-site parking, which will be nice. People don't have to, haul their gear from so far away, and it'll be a little more secure. So there's just some benefits about this lot. Joe and I actually did a little tour last week, and we started mapping out some of our, like, the finish line and where the booths would go and whatnot. And the space is so big that, you kind of have to make sure that, the
Looks
track
big.
is, you just want to make sure things aren't too far away. You don't want
Yeah.
people just walking around aimlessly all day, trying to get around. So that is kind of the trickier part, is getting, making it sort of a cohesive event versus just, well, we have this big space, so let people do whatever they want. There's, things happen when you give people room. We've kind of seen that. They want to test boards, off of the demo tracks, or they want to kind of play around near the vendor booths, and that can get a little dangerous. So we're trying to avoid that a little bit.
What is the plan for you guys today, this year, as safety? Because you're going to need more persons. You're going to need more. How you guys are arranging everything? You are already complete with your team, or you are waiting for more persons to come to help you guys? Because you're going to have the rides. You're going to have so much stuff. People is going to come before the event. And your warehouse, I think, don't have enough space to put everything inside.
We've got double the warehouse from last year, so we've got about 6,000 square feet now. So we'll have plenty of room to store everyone's stuff. But there's always a safety thing that's kind of in there. We have a responsibility to provide safety to the community. The community has a responsibility to be as safe as they can. When they show up here early and they're out cruising around the strip before the event starts, we can only hope that they're doing everything they can to stay safe. But on event day, though, that's where we step in. We make sure we have an ambulance on site with a certified EMT. We've got a larger race staff this year. So Joe, our race director, has gathered his dream team of flaggers and track marshals and all the people that he needs to put on a safe race. So we'll continue to provide that. But other than that, man, the sport is dangerous and inherently dangerous. So all we can do at this point is to try to mitigate all of our risk here. So that's what we're doing. Is we're just providing everybody the tools they need to, to have a safe event.
Yeah, my friend, that's why we're going to go directly for the people maybe who wants to have that information. I think there is enough information. I like very much the new design. Is a little different, but when you see the jersey, is beautiful.
The jersey's cool, man. I'm excited about these.
Yeah, I think it's totally different than the other years. I think that is very nice for you guys to come to that idea, and represents very well the USA, the sports, American sports, like the idea. And I think that is beautiful for you guys to come to that.
Thank you. Hey, it's all this one right here, man. It would not have happened without Jacob.
That is good that he came this time. The other 2 years you came all alone, and see him here is very nice to see that you have a nice team. And Of course, it's not easy. Then we're going to go directly, my friends, because I don't want to make this too big, but I want to go directly to this. I'm going to put it a little bigger just for the people to see it here. Let me just change. So then we have the prices. I think the prices, there is in your broadcast. I see you guys talking about that.
Mhm.
We're just going to see, here we have some of the prices. The people is going to win lots of good things. There's
Yeah.
lots of goodies this year. Every year you always have something very good, but you have a good sponsor. What is the sponsors, the guys who are sponsoring you guys to this event?
Yeah. So we've got our gold sponsor, which is X-Way. We've got our race sponsor, which is Meepo, and then we've got an additional sponsor of Acetech. So we've got a lot of great sponsors this year. Meepo has been kind enough to provide us 12 different electric skateboards and in cash for the pros. So yeah, if you go back and click through there, so we've got our novice, our sportsman, and our advanced prizes, as well as cash for the pros, which adds up to over $13,500 worth of stuff, which is just absolutely insane. A 20% increase over 2024, which is amazing. So we hope to just continue to be able to give the racers more and more every year. So thankfully this year, Meepo is able to help us with that. So that's phenomenal for sure.
This is their second year, I think. Second year in a row, Meepo has done the boards for us.
Meepo is been always a fantastic person. He's always
Kieran's very generous.
Yeah, we have so lots of years, and we see Meepo was always very nice and very humble with and when you see the reviews for him, it was always the guy answering everybody and everything. But that is nice to see it. Then we have the track. That is going to be the track.
Yes. Yep. There it is, man. There it is. And then we did post another picture of this with the dimensions as well. I want to say, there we go. There's all the dimensions. It's a big track. It's a little more than 0.4 of a mile, so just under half a mile long.
They're going to increase the speeds.
Yeah, the speed's going to be quick. The longest straight here is 290 feet, which will easily get these guys up to full speed. So we really wanted to make sure that the track was technical, but also still letting them race as they should. So it's a little bit wider. It's 30 feet wide instead of 25 feet wide. So it'll allow for a little bit better passing, more racing opportunity. And then the longer straights will allow for some faster and more entertaining racing. So this track is legit this time around. I mean, it is the size that it needs to be to allow these insane athletes to actually open up and do what they do best and actually, race. So it's going to be a really fun one to watch.
Do you think you came to the perfect now? You are happy enough to say that you came to the perfect match of everything for your event every year?
Yeah, I think this track, is damn near perfect. Like we've got a little bit of everything. We've got the long straightaways for high speed. We've got the technical turns. So we've got a lot of room for racers to make mistakes. We've got a lot of room for the fast racers to make their passes. So I think we do have a very, very good track.
Also is this may not. There's always a tweak that happens in the end, man. We always change something. So definitely expect something a little different, maybe on actual race day, but nothing too crazy.
It'll be close.
Nothing too crazy.
We design the track and then we get out there and then we have to make some accommodations because maybe the asphalt quality isn't as good as we hoped in the areas the track needs to go. So we'll tweak a turn here or there, but it typically lands to be about 90% of what we originally posted. So we're usually happy with that.
Yeah, I see the broadcast from you guys, and I see always the updates. Of course, you have always changed it. If you can change it for the better, of course. I think that is always to the last minute. If you have the chance to put it better and safer for everybody, not just for you.
Mostly 90% of the time we change anything, it's because of safety. So if there's a giant pothole in the middle of the track, we're going to move the track a little bit to make sure that no one falls victim to getting launched or something because they hit a giant crack, or we just want to avoid that. So we do our best to try to make alterations where we can make things safer for sure.
My friend, I just want to make like this question. I think it's important for everybody who wants to go to this event, maybe coming outside from USA, for them to know. Today, you are I already asked you this last year the same, but I want to make this very clear: is
Mhm.
the day you are more concentrate in skateboards, races, mountain boards, or you have you have the one wheels or the AUCs, or is more just skateboards? Is the fundamental from you guys?
So Esk8Con was always meant to be about the skateboards. However, we know that there are challenges within the industry creating an event like this. So, and we also know there's a lot of overlap. I know a lot of guys who have skateboards. They also have EUCs. They all have one wheel. So we try to make it so that about 90% of the show is skateboard related, but we do want to invite the adjacent industries in. So the EUCs and one wheels, have them come in. That's about 10% of the show. This year we do have an EUC class for the races as well. So we want to make sure that, we can get the support of the other overlapping adjacent industries while also staying true to our original namesake of Esk8Con. So we do want to make sure that for the record, it is still very heavy skateboards, but we do enjoy and like to invite the other industries in as well, because we know that they play a big role in the PEV community as a whole.
Yeah, but I think like we already speak about that. I think it's important for us. You have the one wheel. It's just one wheel. There is races specialized just for the one wheel, and there is races that is specialized just for the AUCs. And I think it's important for us as people who love the skateboards to have an event that is the name, because the name, you see it, that is skate, that the people know that is okay. We don't want to put the other ones out. They are there, but this is more special. This is the only event we're going to say that is more for skateboarders and longboarders. That way, and you have to think what you did. You guys did for me as a rider is like this. You help to change. You know that the two of you know that was a moment that the skateboards was not so strong because of the one wheels came and the AUC came, and you guys bringing this event and other persons like Moe making this race and everything change the move again and put again the electro skateboards back on the road. And I think that is important for you guys to be there. I know that you are long here at DIY. Lots of people don't know, but the people who knows, M boards is a long time there, and it's nice to see that you don't put your name of your company. You try to make it separated. You try to make an event for all of us, and some people cannot criticize you for that. You are not making propaganda for your branch. You could make it.
Oh, we could, yeah.
And I think that is nice for you guys to show it. That is for the community. That is a big event. That is lots of work. And we have to always be very thankful for you guys, and to bring so many communities. Last year was guys from everywhere, from all the countries of the world, from Asia to Australia to Europe to USA, from South of America, everywhere, Canada. You have everything there. That is not easy to, because it's expensive for the people to travel and to go. But okay, Las Vegas is a good point for flying and everything. That is a good thing for everybody, because there is flights all the time and it's not so expensive. But it's expensive, and
it's
to
still
see you
expensive.
do that is a very good compliment, my friends. And I always, every year, I contact you guys to bring here just for say thank you so much for the effort from you guys. I know that is a lot of work for you, and if you be compensated in any way, you guys deserve it.
Thank you. Hey, we do try to keep things separate. Like, it's no secret that M Boards and Esk8Con are very much, married, but we do try to keep M Boards name kind of out of it as much as we can, because it's not M Boards Con, it's Esk8Con, right? So we want to make it so it's, we're welcoming the other electric skateboard brands and the industry as a whole. But yeah, the event it's very expensive to put on. We don't do it to make money.
And in Las Vegas, more.
Yeah, we do it to just for the love of it at this point. We certainly would probably make more money not doing it, really, because we'd spend our efforts, developing things for M Boards. But at this point, it's just too important, I think, for the industry as a whole. We all fail if the industry fails, so we have to try to, keep that industry moving forward. And I think an annual event really pushing the the industry forward is 100% necessary. And if we don't do it, I'm not sure who will, and if they'll do it with the right intentions. So that's where we're here to make the event happen. So, we appreciate, guys like you who understand how difficult it is to do something like this, but, we don't do it,
I know very well, my friend.
I'm
so happy for you guys.
Accomplish it every year, really.
my friend, every time I listen, next year is going to be a new event. When I see the track, how big, how everything, you say these guys are losing their minds and trying to put this in our electro skateboards in a better position for the riders, for the communities. That is so beautiful. And I'm going to just say something extra, guy. Go to the YouTube and see Esk8Con and see the videos from the people riding on the streets.
Yes,
how is the rides? How is the when they go in the afternoon? Go for the community together. They arrange that. They put everything together, and that is so nice to see it. And I hope that continues for lots of years. Not just because of you guys, but for the community as well. I think, I don't know, but I think LA PVs is PV is important for you guys. Is helping in any way?
LAP, we're certainly in contact with a lot of the different groups, but between California, Arizona, a lot of even North Carolina, the guys out in NC Skate, they come out and help every year set up. So yeah, we certainly are in contact with a lot of the different groups. So they're always very helpful.
And the last question, always with the live, is going to be live. Which company, if there is going to be a live stream?
We're still working through that. We might even be doing it ourselves this time around, but we're not entirely sure. It's really hard. We are a small team, so it's really difficult to get for us to sit down and do a live stream all day long. And there's only a handful of companies who have the capability of doing it. So we're hoping that we'll find someone to do it. But either way, we'll make sure there's a lot of content to go around. I know our social channels will be very full that day. So it'll still be a phenomenal coverage either way. But we're hoping to actually get some sort of live streaming figured out this year.
And if it's not, guys with the drones, go there and try to help them. There is good riders.
We'll definitely have those around. Yeah, they'll be flying everywhere for sure.
I think that is important for you guys, maybe when you don't do the live show later on, for you to have some good videos for all of us. I just want to say to all of you who are coming or going to see this video later on, I want to make propaganda for them. And of course,
thanks,
I think it's important for us. That is the event. I'm going to leave all the links. I'm not going to talk. There is the Facebook and there is the Instagram. But if you want to be more updated, go to the YouTube channel. They has lots of podcasts. They talk not just because of the Esk8Con, but they has lots of information, DIY boards and everything. And then if you are interested, this is from them. They are long here doing boards. I know that you want to make some adjustments to come with maybe gear drive or something like that.
Yeah, that's in the works, man. That's in the works. We're hoping to get that
I hope to see it
pretty soon.
So, my friend, I just want to say, and of course, here is, you just have to put this name and you're going to find everything you need from them. And I think is the important thing. For the two of you, my friends, like always, I hope, like I always tell every year, I hope to see you guys next year. Please don't make it too bigger. Don't use all Las Vegas just for you guys. But you are coming to a moment that Las Vegas is maybe in the future you can have a television or maybe
we're shooting for an F1 preview. So who knows?
I hope that the Monster Energy comes. I hope that the Monster Energy comes and sponsor you guys. That way, that will be the best of you. It will be good for all of us. Will be good for all of us. If you come one day inside, it's difficult for you to come out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks.
I hope that we'll see you very soon. Keep update. Go to the podcast from them. They has all the updates, and I hope that 2025 will be a great year for the guys of skateboards, for the guys from mountain board, and for everybody comes to see this sport. You can bring your family, friends. It's 3 days in the streets. You are riding. If you are not racing, just go there and support the riders. I think that is going to be good. Buy something that is good to help the event.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And to
Yeah,
get bigger.
that's
So we are out, my friends, and